in Teja Hospital. We are going to discuss the diagnosis, investigations and management of anemia today. Anemia is condition where number of red blood cells are reduced in the blood and hence hemoglobin is low. So there is a normal range of hemoglobin in women and men. In men it is between 13.5 and 15.5 and it is between 12.5 and 14.5. If you have reduced hemoglobin, it is called anemia. It is either detected in a routine blood count when patients go for blood tests because of other things like blood pressure or diabetes, for example, or when the person presents with tiredness or symptoms of anemia like breathlessness or shortness of breath. Anemia is actually a sign of underlying disease process rather than the disease itself, and we are going to discuss what those problems are. Blood is comprised of two parts, a liquid part called plasma and a cellular part. A cellular part contains several different types of cells. One of the most important and most numerous cell types are red blood cells. The other cell types are white blood cells, platelets. Each of those cells have their own job. Red blood cells, as all other cells, are produced in the bone marrow and they come into the blood pool and do their job of carrying the oxygen to different parts of the body. And their lifespan is 120 days, and then the new cells come in, and this process is going on every day, all the time. Patients who are anemic do not have adequate number of red blood cells and hence do not carry sufficient amount of oxygen to the organs, and hence patients feel tired or short of breath to get more oxygen. They cannot do their day-to-day activities because of this problem. Having the correct number of red blood cells, in other words, correct number of red blood cells being produced from the bone marrow, and prevention of anemia, hence prevention of reduced blood count, requires a cooperation between kidneys, bone marrow and nutrients that are necessary for producing red cells. So kidneys secrete erythropoietin hormone which stimulates the bone marrow to produce the red cells or signals the bone marrow to produce the red cells or hemoglobin. Then if bone marrow is functioning well, it produces the red cells based on whether it is rich in nutrients like iron, vitamin B12, folate, etc. Hence, the causes of anemia could be either because of the kidney disease, which is not able to produce the erythropoietin to signal the bone marrow to produce red cells, or the bone marrow problem itself, or patients are deficient in nutrients like B12, folate, etc. Or rarely, anemia is because the bone marrow is producing adequate number of red cells, but they are destroyed when they come into the blood pool, and those are called hemolytic disorders. One of the commonest cause of iron deficiency anemia is either patient is not taking adequate amount of iron or is not absorbed adequately in the food pipe, or patients are losing excessive amount of blood and hence losing the iron. Rarely anemia could be because of reduced production of red cells from the bone marrow, as happens in patients with leukemia or aplastic anemia. And increased destruction of red cells is seen in blood in hemolytic disorders, and there are treatments available for those conditions. When we investigate anemia, we do complete blood count, which tells us the figures of all different cells and the relationship to each other in the blood. And generally, you will get idea about cause of anemia, for example, iron deficiency anemia, by looking at the blood count. Rarely, if anemia is thought to be related to bone marrow related condition, then a bone marrow examination is necessary both to confirm the problem and also to monitor. When anemia occurs, the symptoms are generally related to how quickly the anemia occurs or how quickly the patient has reduced their hemoglobin. So if your hemoglobin is 14 and if you drop your hemoglobin from 14 to 12 in a matter of hours, you will be very symptomatic or you will have more symptoms compared to patients who drop their hemoglobin by 6 or 7 grams over a period of 2 years because they get used to low hemoglobin. So patients with iron deficiency anemia, because they are not able to absorb iron very well, if they have hemoglobin of 2 or 3 which is occurred over a period of years, they are generally not very symptomatic. However, patients who with hemoglobin of 8 who have dropped their hemoglobin in a matter of hours, they will be more symptomatic. Hence, while questioning about anemia, we always ask how acute the onset of anemia is. We'll also look at the previous blood count to get the idea of the severity of the anemia, at the same time how quickly patient has reduced their hemoglobin. And we also look for any overt blood loss, which could be a source of anemia. As we previously mentioned, the treatment of anemia depends on what is the cause of anemia. For example, if iron deficiency is the cause of anemia, then we give iron replacement. If B12 or folate deficiency is the cause of anemia, then we replace B12 or folate. If cause of anemia lies in the bone marrow, then it needs treatment by treating the underlying condition in the bone marrow, for example, leukemia, aplastic anemia, or in elderly people, myelodysplastic syndrome. If bone marrow is involved, as we discussed, patient need treatment, sometimes requiring admissions within the hospital as well. In elderly patients, the investigations for anemia particularly needs to be very thorough to rule out conditions like myelodysplastic syndrome, and the treatments are available for all those conditions as well. Conditions like acute leukemia, aplastic anemias are serious and need intensive treatment in the hospital. I'll also discuss prevention of anemia. One of the commonest cause of anemia that we see in the hospital setting or in a OPD setting is iron deficiency anemia. And we suggest patients to take iron-rich diet in addition to giving them iron supplements. So iron-rich diets are beetroot, dates, jaggery, raisins, kidney beans, red meat for those people who eat a non-vegetarian diet. Those patients who are B12 folate deficient are generally vegetarians because vegetarian diet does not contain B12 and folate in a large amount. In those patients, you require replacement in the form of medicines, either in the form of tablets or injections. I would take any questions if you have related to anemia or any subject in relation to deficiencies leading to anemia. It is actually a condition, it's not a disease by itself. So there is underlying process going on. For example, a elderly patient developing bleeding from gastrointestinal tract or from food pipe or from piles, for example, where he is every day losing blood and hence becomes anemic. So he comes to a hematology clinic or to a doctor, you see that he has anemia, and what you are looking for is underlying cause for anemia. So it's not a disease per se, it's a manifestation of an underlying problem.